A scouting adventure almost turns deadly for 7 adults and 8 boys from Bountiful after they are suddenly caught in a flash flood while exploring a cave. Dan Rascone is covering this story. He joins us live this evening. Where did this happen exactly, Dan?
Well, Sean, it happened near the Flaming Gorge area of northeastern Utah, and you can only imagine being inside of a very small cave when suddenly there is a flash flood and water starts to rush inside of that cave, and there's no way out.
It was terrifying.
There's nothing to prepare you for it. It's just a horrible feeling.
4 teenage boys.
The uncertainty was what was really terrifying.
How do we survive this?
And 4 adult scout leaders.
It was a miracle we made it out of there.
Feeling very lucky to be sitting here after their water skiing and high adventure trip to the Ashley National Forest just north of Vernal suddenly turned into a life or death situation. It happened as they were exploring what is called the Big Brush Creek Cave, which is similar in places to the popular Nutty Putty Caves in Utah County.
It was dark. We had the headlamps and everything, but you're crawling through spots on your hands and knees.
When suddenly they hear
Water. Get to high ground.
It sounded like a jet engine.
We have to keep moving.
Altogether, there were 7 adults and 8 boys inside that cave. The entrance was blocked with water, and it was getting deeper and deeper. There was no way out, and 1 boy went missing.
That panic, and then I need to get to my son. And
You start to think about your family at home. You think about your friends, and it's just a feeling of doom.
After several hours of uncertainty, the only way out was to crawl through the rushing water. One by one, they pushed their way through.
Get on their belly, face through the water.
I'll never forget the first speck of daylight that we saw as we came out of the cave.
Finally, they were safe, but the leaders want to warn others.
I feel a moral obligation to make sure that nobody goes into that cave without being aware that that thing can flash flood.
Yeah, and that's why the leaders wanted to talk about this in regards to just making sure people are aware of these flash floods. Now, the guide that was with them said this is a very freak thing to happen, but you had a combination of several things. You had a reservoir above them that was overflowing, a very wet June, also a storm happened just the week earlier, they said, and the combination of all those things made for a very dangerous time in that cave there. Shauna, back to you.
All right, Dan.